not sure if we're going to go to any breakout rooms, but if we do, then that part won't be recorded. So, you know, you can turn your camera on without worrying about that.
Thanks, JJ. My name is April, and I am one of the co-chairs of Tsuru's Next Gen Affinity group. I'll pass it over to Casey to kind of share a little bit more about what our group has been in the past and what we are planning to do in the future.
Yeah, thanks, April. Hi, everyone. I'm Casey. I'm the other co-chair of the Next Gen Affinity group, and I'm currently based out of Fresno, California. So Tsuru Next Gen was started last summer, and it's a space and a community for youth voices within Tsuru, although many of our community members come from outside and are not necessarily involved with Tsuru, but we try to connect interested youth within Tsuru and external to Tsuru to kind of organize and foster a space to network and connect and share resources and also brainstorm solutions to challenges. We welcome anyone between the ages of 15 and 30. We have had high schoolers join us before, a broad range of folks. And so we just welcome anyone who I guess identifies themselves as young or young at heart to join and kind of talk about the work they're interested in. If you or anyone that you know is interested in being involved, I'll send our email to the chat that you are welcome to email us at. Some just to share is kind of more context of what we do. Usually we meet, or we're going to try to meet like once a month. Some of the activities that we've done in the past were sharing our family histories together. We did some online games. We also did a discussion of a chapter of the book Minor Feelings by Kathy Park Hong. So our activities and our discussions tend to vary, but in all, we just hope that it's kind of a safe space for younger folks within the organization to come and connect. And I will pass it over to April to talk about our next meeting.
Yeah, so our next meeting is actually tomorrow, Sunday at, well, I know it's 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is going to be 3 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Central. And we're going to be kind of listening from our members what we want this group to kind of look at this next year. So whether we want to fund programming, whether we want to kind of keep it more community building based, or if there are any activities that, you know, we want to just organize for ourselves over this next year. So if you or anyone you're interested, who is interested in this, wants to come, please feel free, and I'll send a working agenda and a Zoom link in the chat.
Okay, so for our icebreaker that we wanted to do, if you haven't had a chance already, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. But the question we wanted to ask folks while we're getting the other icebreaker ready is, what is your favorite condiment? And so feel free to put that in the chat. Awesome. Honey mustard. Interesting. Oh, wasabi. Wow. Okay. Wow. I noticed some very spicy people here. Okay, very cool. And so our next activity that we wanted to do, we just wanted to do like a bit of, I guess, a location-wise kind of activity. So I'm gonna share screen of this map, and I think y'all should be able to do it. But if you go to the top of your screen, there should be an option to whiteboard, I believe. I don't know, I have, my screen's a bit different from y'all's, but I don't know, April, if you can give directions on how to access the drawing.
I am not seeing it on mine right now.
Oh, no. Okay, maybe we should, let me think. I can also put this on a Jamboard, maybe that would be better. Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. Okay, so sending a Jamboard to the chat right now. So this activity, we kind of wanted to see like where everyone is located. So we're wondering if people can put a pin, drop a pin, or you can just circle it, or maybe like write something, an X over the spot over where you were born. And I will give you access right now. And then in the chat, or I don't know if we have time, maybe we can go around and say, but share what's your favorite thing about living in that area, or something about where you were located. Okay, and everyone should have editor access. You might have to reload though. Also, I realize that some people may be outside of the US, so if that is the case, feel free to draw your country in the ocean and put your pin there. Wow, so I see a lot of California people, and so someone in Kansas, very cool. I see, I'm not sure where the arrow is pointing, but near there, and that's very cool. So if y'all feel comfortable, feel free to like put in the chat, yeah, like where you put down your pin and why, and maybe like something you like about the place or something that's really interesting in that location. Okay, very cool, everyone. Thank you all for sharing a little bit about where y'all are from. We just hope that this activity kind of showed us like the broad range that Tsuru covers and, just how geographically spread out we are, which is really, really cool. That would wrap up the icebreaker that April and I have for y'all, but feel free to still keep sharing in the chat. Love that. I will pass it back to Ali and JJ now.
I think actually to Julia. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you, Casey and April. That was such a fun exercise. Moving on, we have a few updates to go over. And for sure, we know Catherine has something to update us with. Is she here? Or if anyone has some updates, feel free to share.
I actually don't see Catherine, and I'm not entirely sure what Catherine's update is, but I will sort of offer an update from Catherine is with Tsuru's Policy and Advocacy Committee, and just one of the updates from that committee is that that group and our education committee are working together to sort of restart some of our community conversation series or our online public education programming. So keep an eye out for some upcoming programs starting in November. The first is going to be sort of a immigration detention 101, trying to help catch people up to speed about the history of these kinds of policies and what's currently happening under the Biden administration around immigration detention. So we'll be sure to put that out in our emails and social media, but keep it in the back of your mind. And then I guess a second update I'll offer, and then I'll open it up to see if other people have updates. But Tsuru is actually hiring a communications organizer. So if you or anyone you know have communications experience, an interest and passion for and ending immigration detention, detention and mass incarceration more broadly, and using Japanese American incarceration history as sort of a basis for this kind of work, please consider applying, or please encourage other folks to apply. I'll put the link to the job description in the chat. And then I'll just open it up. Are there other committees or working groups that have updates about upcoming events or activities that you want to share? I know April mentioned the next gen meeting.
For the community building committee, we are in the works of planning our next coffee chat, hopefully in November. If anyone went to I think it was June or July, I can't remember, July I think, or June, no, yeah, June coffee chat, that was our first one. And we talked about kind of what it means to be Nikkei. So we're in the works of planning kind of the next theme for the next event. And if you go to the event, you can get reimbursed up to like $10 for coffee or snacks. So, and just have good conversation with the Tsuru community across the world, basically. So it's really fun, and that's kind of what we're planning right now.
And then as far as the education committee, I think since we are working on the community conversations, we are a bit, I guess, not low, but we could use a little bit more help with planning those. So if anyone's interested in coming over to the education committee meetings and helping us with planning those, anyone's welcome.
Thanks so much. Any other announcements? Cool. Well, I will hand it back over. Again, I'm sorry, not sure if it's Julia, JJ, or Ali, but to one of you.
I think it'll be me for today. But moving on, we're gonna go hand over to Mike, who is gonna do a guided meditation for us.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I've had my screen off. I'm a little under the weather today, so I'm sort of resting my eyes a lot. One of the things, well, first of all, it's really nice to see everyone. So happy October. I offered to do a guided meditation today from a Taoist practice that I do. And actually, it's a Taoist and Buddhist practice. One of the things we've been talking about this year is about sustainability, about intentionality of healing and centering that work in the work of Tsuru for solidarity. And so often we're doing so much of the important work around responding to ongoing traumas or state violence, and even the important work that's really about sort of expanding our understanding of the situation. The advocacy and education work is really important in that sense. When we're doing that work, sometimes we forget that we are actually from an impacted community that was very targeted by violence. And this is part of I'm an East Asian medical practitioner, and part of my recent research, here, I'll show you this book. Let's see, there. Treating Emotional Trauma with Chinese Medicine. It's actually my latest find and a really fascinating, important text that has come out in the last few years, and I'm already starting to incorporate it into my own work. In that book, one of the things the author mentions is that they now have shown that genetically trauma is carried down through genetic lines through multi-generations. And so you may have experienced trauma in your own lifetime, and actually we all have in different forms, but that actually we carry ancestral trauma, and we certainly carry ancestral community trauma as members of this community. And so I wanted to lead a meditation today that I've been practicing recently. It turns out that it's kind of perfect for this time of year, because in East Asian philosophy, we talk about the 5 kinds of energy or ki that exist in the universe, and we refer to them often as the 5 phases. So there's wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And each of those is sort of an analogy of describing one of the different kinds of transformational change that is possible in existence. So the phase that we're in right now is the one that corresponds to autumn, and it's the metal phase. And the energy of metal is both, it's very unique of all of the 5 energies. It has an expansive ability, and it also has the ability to cleave or to cut, to bisect. And metal is a mineral that's present, like for instance, like gold, and it's transformational. So ore can transform to gold. Metal also represents the air we breathe. And in fact, there are actually very tiny, minute particles of minerals or metal in the air that we breathe. And those minerals were present when our ancestors were here as well. And so in some sense, metal connects us back to our ancestors. The time of metal, and this is the autumn, is a time for letting go. And that's the quality of metal. It's about cutting or cleaving complex relationships. And the emotion related to metal is sorrow or grief. And in Chinese medicine, we say metal is related to both the lungs and the large intestine. And the lungs are seen as the receptacles of sorrow and grief. And the large intestine is also affected by grief. The large intestine lets go of waste from the body. So again, metal helps us let go of things we don't need anymore. But when it's out of balance, then we hold on to the grief. And so this is the time of year when the life forces of nature, the cycles of nature start to let things go. The richness and the ripeness of summer now gives way to the autumn when the leaves start to turn and will eventually fall from the trees. So this is a time of, in nature, a time of letting go, but also a time when we see sorrow. The light at this time of year is brighter. It's more transparent. I like to say there's a whiteness in the light, rather compared to sort of a rich orangeness in the middle of summer. And this has to do, white is, in Japanese culture, is related to death, the transition to death. And so this is the time of year when it's good for us to slow down and to consider our experiences, and then to, in the process of nature and its cycles, to let go. So I'm going to guide us through a meditation now. And I'd like us to think first, go ahead and take three deep breaths into your lungs, the metal organ, lung, and out. And you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And take another deep breath in. Just fill your air into your lungs, and then exhale, and try to let go. And one more, in and out. Try to completely relax your body and quiet your mind. Imagine you're standing on top of a mountain and you're looking out down into a valley and across to other mountains, and there is a great forest in front of you. Trees for as far as you can see. Trees of all different kinds. And you're on top of the highest peak, and you're surveying out across all of the land and the forest, the great forest. And your body transforms into a beautiful, majestic tree with a beautiful root structure, a very thick, strong, robust trunk, and you have many, many boughs and branches, and you're very tall. Keep breathing. And what you will notice is that slowly you start to grow buds and then leaves, many, many separate leaves, just like all of the other trees in the forest that are doing the same thing right now. And just observe this. Every one of those leaves represents an experience in your life. And you can observe each experience. And as you look out across the valley and at the great forest, you'll see all the trees growing their leaves. Take a moment to appreciate all of the different experiences that you have had. Some of them have been joyful. Some have been sad. Some challenged you. Some felt like failures or defeats to you. Some felt like great victories. Some came with great emotion. Some affected your body. Some affected your mind. And many of them were connected to other people, but always you were there. And take a moment to just look at all of your leaves and your boughs that are now full of growth, full of green, full of richness. And now the season and the light that shines upon you and the great forest begins to shift. You feel the coolness. You feel the light change. The days are shorter. You feel the cold penetrate down to your roots, and your structure begins to change. And as you look out across the great forest, you begin to see the leaves change color. And you observe your own boughs and leaves, and they too begin to change to golden yellows, ambers, fluorescent oranges, deep crimson reds. Till the whole forest is a beautiful array of autumn colors, including your own leaves. Take a moment to hold yourself in appreciation for all that has happened and all that you have become. And as you do so, your leaves one by one begin to fall from your branches. And you may experience some sorrow or melancholy as that happens. But do so with appreciation and an understanding that it's time for those leaves to fall. Part of our cycle of life is to let those go. And we can let go of the attachments to them. Appreciating every experience for what it was. And leaves all across the great forest begin to fall. And in accordance with sorrow or this time of year, the boughs of your limbs bend slowly in slow motion in the wind, and you rock back and forth in slow motion. which is the motion of grief. And you continue to let go of every experience until your last leaf falls from your branches slowly to the ground. Take a deep breath. Exhale, letting go. And as the temperatures continue to drop, relax your body, quiet your mind, settle into stillness. Regenerate, rest, and contemplate in your rest the possibility that will come in the spring with new regeneration and new leaves. Bring your hands together, your palms together, and slowly rub them together. And then rub your orifices, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, your face. With your middle fingers, rub the sides of your nose. This represents your whole body. And then bring your hands together again. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes and then open them and expand your hands and say, ah, and see the world as if for the first time. Thank you. I'll pass it back to you, Julia.
Wow, Mike, that was so grounding. I really appreciated that time. Moving on from that, I'm feeling so much more calm now. Moving on from that, we have a Yosakoi dance performance or instruction from San Francisco.
We're ready whenever you are.
Okay,
Sorry.
awesome.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can I just let Catherine was able to join. Can I quickly hand it to Catherine for a quick announcement and then we'll jump back to that? Sorry about that.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for that, Mike. I was able to catch the last part of that. That was really amazing. Yeah, but I just wanted to say that my main announcement from the Policy and Advocacy Committee is that we are collaborating with the Education Committee to hold a speaker event towards the end of November. It'll be November 18th, with the idea that we really just want to provide like an educational platform to kind of ground all our growing membership in why we do the work we do of advocating and to close detention camps and advocating for immigrant liberation. So we're hoping to bring in a couple of speakers that can address the history of basically the detention and deportation regime that we currently find ourselves in. And then we're hoping that it'll be sort of also kind of an interactive space, not just a panel, but really a space where we can all learn together and discuss and kind of just get everyone on the same page. So yeah, that's just the event that I wanted to plug from the policy advocacy and education committees. Thank you, Lisa.
Great. Okay, and we'll hand things back to Daniel. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm Daniel from Ito Yosakoi. Over here we also have Ito members. We have Jeremy and Shirley and Karen too joining us. Thank you Tsuru for Solidarity for having this workshop in the town hall. I want to quickly introduce ourselves for about 2 minutes. Ito Yosakoi is a Yosakoi dance group. We're based in San Francisco, Japantown. We've been around since January 2017. It was founded by Jeremy Chan. We perform in community events around the Bay Area. We have weekly practice. We do it at the Japanese Cultural and Community Center, or JCCCNC in San Francisco. We do it in person. We also do webcam things. So people can join via Zoom. It's a hybrid model. People can join in person and online, which is how we also have members from San Diego and Kansas, Minnesota, and all over, a couple of places around the USA. So next, what is Yosakoi? Yosakoi, it's a dance style from Kochi, Japan. If you're unfamiliar with where Kochi is, it's in the island of Shikoku. If you know where Osaka is, it's south from there. And it's been around since the 1950s, so it's relatively young as a dance, as a cultural. It's easier to show you what it's like when we go into the workshop than to describe it. So what we're gonna do today, we'll do a quick few minutes warm up so that we're ready to move around, and then we'll go into the workshop. Oh, one last thing about Yosakoi. One of the essential things is this naruko that we use to dance with. Makes a nice clacking sound, which is also in our logo. But today we're not going to do naruko, not today. So let's do warm up. Make some space around you. Make sure you're not hitting chair or furniture or anything like that. And let's get started. Let's just a few minutes. We'll start with our neck. We go left, left, right, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then up, up, down, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then rotate our head. You can just use the weight of your head to guide how much you're rotating. And then one more spin. Switch directions. And one more spin. All right, then moving on to our arms. 2 on each side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then rotating our body. Use your hands to guide the rotation. Use the weight of your hand to move your body. It's at 4. I think that's it. One more set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then rotating your waist and hip. Nice and easy. And then switch direction. All right, so that's for the waist part. Now we go further down below. We're gonna do some footwork exercise, and for simplicity, I'm gonna show it from behind. That's solo. We're gonna do these steps. We go out, open, close, open, close, open, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now the other one we're gonna do, I call it like a walk. It's just walking 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, close. 5, 6, 7, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Simple so far. Now we're gonna do this one. Sometimes we call it the triple step. We're gonna take our right foot down, left foot and back, right and back, right and back, right and back, right and back. Now we'll add in our left foot, left and back, left and back, left and back, left and back. Yeah, let's keep doing that just to warm up our knees a little bit. There'll be some dancing. This is our knees. Okay, now let's do both of them alternating. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe add a clatter. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7. One more set. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then you sing, we will rock you. Oh, just kidding. All right. it's the right rhythm. So I got carried away. The last footwork exercise we're gonna do. Take our right foot, bring it in front of your left foot. Take your left foot and switch it over. Right, and then left, right, left. So your body just kind of like turning sideways, like a river, like a snake maybe. It's turning. Take your pace. Maybe right, down, left, down. If you can lift it higher. Up, 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 down, up, down. But if not, you can also not do it so high. But it's more impactful if you go up and then down. All right, I think that's good for warm up. I hope people are ready to dance. Quick introduction. What we're gonna do is this piece called Seicho Yosakoi Naruko Odori. Seicho Yosakoi Naruko Odori. The piece name is pretty long, so usually we just call it Seicho for shortness. It is the original, it's the first Yosakoi song in Kochi. It's a classic, goes all the way back to the 1950s. It's very famous as Yosakoi is danced throughout the world and of course throughout the USA. Many Yosakoi teams know this Seicho song. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration. So let me check the audio. Make a gesture if you can hear the audio. And let's check. Oh, sorry, the speaker died. 1 second. And connected. Sorry, let's try again. Okay. Can you hear? All right. All right. I'll just do a quick demo for a minute. I'll show it what it looks like from the front. we start with our left hand out, just like this. And we'll do it later together. 1 second. Oh, sorry. Sano, sano, sano. And so on. So the song is about maybe what, 1 minute, not too long, pretty simple. I'll just repeat all over. What we're gonna do, we'll go over the moves maybe quickly, and then we'll do it together with many repetitions. You'll get it. It's like Zumba. You do Zumba enough times and you'll get it at the end of the session. So let's get started. I'll show you my back so it's easier to follow along. Start, feet apart, put your left hand in the front, left hand to the audience, and then when the song starts, it goes dum dum dun dun dun. You say to the left and to the right, and then you make the steps we saw earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The hands are doing this like inviting. Hey, come join us. Dance Yosakoi. Yeah. So one each side. And after we invite the people, we make a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All together. Invite, 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 invite. 1, 2, 3, circle, 5, 6, circle. Then we do that triple step we saw earlier. We make the circle like that. Let me show it from the front. Previously, you had it like this. You do the triple step like before. Make a circle. Boom. Hands in front. Up here, circle, front. Yeah, that looks good. Circle, front. And then you shake your hand up and down. Pam, pam, pam. It's from the front. Imagine there's like an imaginary drum or something you hit there. Pam, pam, pam. Circle, up, pam, pam, pam. Your feet are still doing triple step. Up, up, up. Okay. Circle, pam, pam, pam. And then we're gonna go to the side again. Make this kind of like a wipers, windshield wipers. If you think about the car, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very simple. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna collect 3 times. We're gonna hit 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Your hands just like here. And wait. You'll hear the song goes, Tosano, yo ya sano, sano, sano. It's like a call in, I think it's from the area. I forgot what it's called. It's the dialect from Kochi, from Tosa. Go, Tosano, yo ya sano, sano, sano. And then you swing to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, you just follow along with the song. You hear, Kochi no harimaya bashi de. And then you hear another, yo ya sano, sano, sano. We're here. I think you're doing it pretty well. That's right. You take your right foot and then bring it behind you to your side. And then you look behind you, away from the audience. Pam, 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 pam. All right, good. People are following. Very great. And then we'll do that last footwork we did before, switching around our feet, hands, making this nice clack to the front and to the side, front side, front side, front side. Yeah. And if you can, you want to keep it more up here, so not too low, should be above shoulder height. Side, side, side. Yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. Last one. From here, then we extend our hands to the front. From here to the front. This is the end of that repetition. Go left, right, up, down, left, right. Sorry, that's the most challenging part of this song. It's the repetition part. You go left, right, up, down, left, right. Ta-da! We return to the beginning. And then you continue in five, in five, in five. Yeah, let me just that last part, it goes with the song. We'll hear it soon. You go, Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hi, hi, yochoreyo, yochoreyo, yochore, yochore, yochoreyo, yochore, yochore, yochoreyo. All right, so that's a crash course into Seicho. Let's do it with song. We'll do it at least many times. We'll do it many times and just learn by repetition. And I will here rewind the song. Let's do it. Start with our left hand to the front, and it's not playing. 1 second. All right, it's coming in 5 seconds. Left, right, left, right, left, right, Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hey, hey. Yosakoi, Yosakoi, up, down. Yosakoi, Yosakoi, up, up. Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hey, hey. Kocho. So let's do that. I think we have time for one more run through, so we'll do that. Okay, I see a nod there. I think everyone's doing pretty well. Hope you're all having fun. Let's do that again. This time, however, I want to make a recording just to record this part. Oh, I see, it's already being recorded. Okay. Then let's go ahead and do it. We'll probably ask the organizer for the recording. We might want to put this part in Ito Yosakoi social media. If you don't want to be posted on Ito social media, feel free to turn your camera off. Or if you want to be, then turn your camera on. All right, let's dance this one more time. Okay, hands in front. Here we go. That went too fast. Again, too early. All right, there you go. Coming, it's coming. Let me go to the left first. Yosakoi, Yosakoi. Yosakoi, Yosakoi. Yosakoi, Yosakoi. Make a circle. Yosakoi, Yosakoi. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed it. Actually, I have a question for the whoever's doing this recording. Is it recording in gallery view? Does it capture everyone? I'm not sure.
Sorry, I think it has you spotlighted.
Okay. If you don't mind, could we do one more run, but with gallery view so we can capture everyone?
Sure.
All right, one last run. Maybe one quick sentence to drop there. The lyrics to this song describes Kochi and the nature and all the features around it. So that's why you hear a lot. I mean, I don't know much Japanese, but if you know Japanese, you might recognize some words there. Okay, one last run. Yeah, because for some reason I couldn't start the recording on my side because I guess one is already happening right now. Okay, last run. It's a great workout. It's Saturday. Get us get our blood flowing, then can enjoy the rest of the day. That's all. Right, hand to the front, and we'll start. To the left. Hey, hey. Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hey, hey. This is the last repetition. Five, Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hey, hey. Yosakoi, Yosakoi, hey, hey. All right, that's okay. This time, that's truly the end. Just to close out this workshop, let's take a picture together. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'll use a timer, 5-second timer. Take this time to find where your webcam is. So look into the webcam, your webcam. Let's see, 5 seconds. All right, is everyone ready? Look at your webcam and smile. All right, make a pose, whichever pose you want. All right, let's see if anyone's eyes closed or anything. All right, yeah, that's very good, very good. Let me save this. All right, I hope you all enjoyed it. One last closing word is we are very much a growing group. We would love to hear your feedback about how this workshop went. So I'm gonna paste this link here. It's just a very short, if you have 5 minutes survey, you can 5 minutes you can spare, please fill out this survey. If you fill out, if you choose to share your email address, we can send the photo, video recording from today, like a souvenir, a memento. Maybe you want to share with your friends and family what you did today. Well, we did Yosakoi, it's so much fun. So much fun, right? All right. But it's voluntary. If you fill out the email, we'll send it to you. And aside from that, thanks everyone for staying overtime. It's 10 minutes over. Thank you, Tsuru, for solidarity, for having us. If you want to join our practices, follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, to find our videos. Ito Yosakoi. If you have any questions, email us at itoyosakoi@gmail.com. All right, thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Drink lots of water. Stay safe. Okay, back to you.
I'm really out of breath right now. That was so much fun. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone for coming. Thank you for working out with us. It's a good way to start our day. And I think our meeting is done. So thank you so much for showing up, and we'll see you at the next meeting. Yes, have a good one. Bye-bye.